Hello everybody, Pinstripe here. Welcome to this semi-final match here between Mascettino and Niclas. Tonight I am joined by Crumble.
Hello everyone, hello.
And Angurio is here too.
Hello everyone, hello.
Okay, well Crumble sorts the resolution. We'll take a look at the maps we're playing on. Tonight we have Chill Hill, Upstream, Bridge the Gap, Ice Flow, and Pig in Hell. So a good selection of both complicated maps and simple maps as well. And as you can see here, starting on Chill Hill, Mascettino going with the Medic, then Double Para and Double Scout. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Whereas Niclas is going for the more meta lineup of the Double Para, the Single Sapper, and Double Scout. So both players bring in the Double Scouts. And I mean, what are your thoughts going into this one, guys?
I think this makes quite a bit of sense. I mean, I know everyone likes their poison, Mascettino. I mean, to be honest, when you look at his team, that is kind of what you think of it, really. You got your paratroopers. I mean, it's missing a grenadier, but I think while it looks a bit unique, I'm not too surprised, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think having the double scouts, especially on Chill Hill, being able to hide your pigs from the artillery is going to be helpful. Of course, you might be able to spot them easily, but either way, I think it could be a helpful maneuver. But considering that both players are going with the double scouts, they want to get the poison in early. Masche will have the advantage with the ability to remove one of the poisons at least and heal where possible, but I'm sure that Niclas will be making him enemy number one. So the orderly is,
indeed,
as we know, very important. I mean, I know that both players are ready to go. We have had a bit of a funky start.
Yeah. Crumble is super low.
Oh yes, I just turned myself up. Hopefully that's a bit better now.
Apparently Crumble's in his bathroom again.
Not again.
He enjoys being in the bathroom. Yeah, I think Masha is ready to go because he's now messaging Angurio. It's like, please, I want to play. Cool.
Oh dear.
We're going to get things underway. This is, of course, going to be a very close battle. We had Masha finishing first in Group A, whereas Niclas did finish second behind Angurio, who, I mean, you went through every single group game, didn't lose a single one, and then dramatically knocked out in the quarterfinals. How are you feeling, by the way, Angurio? Because
what do you think? It's great. I don't have to face Castor, so
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I'm taking that plus. Even though he destroyed me, and I slipped on this very map that we're about to play.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
that was quite a predicament.
Hill is just so... I know. Just for Revan, but Masha gets the very lucky start as his orderly begins near the health crate, and he can instantly just stop Angurio. Angurio? Stop Niclas.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm already confused.
Don't front me, Mash.
Well, he can minimize the damage and mobility here of Niclas, and if this is Niclas's first pig, that is going to be huge, and it is, because now Mesha has the big advantage of collecting, potentially collecting both the Ephraim and going for an artillery. It is possible to do both in one turn, but it usually results in you getting into the artillery and not having enough time to do anything else.
It's looking like he's not opting for such a thing.
He's looking for the freeze gas. He wants to take that and then hop in as well. There is still the other health crate to get as well, which can be handy in the late game, but he opts for the freeze gas again. So instead, he's gonna make both powers skip their turn as long as he can get this on target. He goes for the kind of the blind throw.
Oh my god!
I don't know if that was a.
Oh, is it gonna roll back?
Wait,
maybe.
Wait.
It's possible. No,
no way.
Oh,
so close.
It was a great start. You could see the strategy developing there with being able to skip both turns. But just at the last second, I think just the nerves crept in. Didn't get his shot straight and, well, so unlucky. Because that also now means that Niclas can get himself an artillery. Masche should be able to grab the other one.
This one is able to destroy the other artillery a bit easier.
True, yeah.
Let's see if he's going for it.
He wants to get the damage, so we are...
Let's see how he goes. Looks like a solid hit. And that is perfect. A big triple-digit 100.
Don't see that very often, but very satisfying when it does.
Indeed.
Very nicely done. So a strong retaliation from Niclas, and like I said, it will mean that Mashe can now get this health pack and go ahead and jump in the artillery. But will we see a match of artilleries, or will we see the usual of just being like, nah, screw you, I'm going to damage your artillery? It will give Mashe the big advantage if he can destroy it, because...
Indeed.
But at the same time, that Ephraim is still sat there, so there's a possibility. That's what I don't really like. He's going for the low angle as well. That usually... Does that
Not
usually
seen that
result
one.
in a destruction? No, that's
No.
way too low. Again, I just feel... Oh, and he's on his own pig as
no.
well!
Only a
25.
second. 5 health, of course it was.
That's the shot you should do from the other artillery, not from this one.
Yeah,
Maybe he get confused.
that is so unlucky. But I guess in a small way, it helps him out to avoid poison, but either way, 5 health already.
Yeah.
And Niclas can get the first crate, which should be a mythical ball. Very helpful, very important again in the late stage. Needs to be careful, doesn't want to slip. Gotta be careful! That's going to make him slip all the way down. He won't go in the line.
Isn't it? Oh
Yeah,
no,
but
he's still got time to do something.
Just costs so much time, and that is a tough
Lost
spawn for Mashe as well.
EMP.
Because that could potentially result in an insta-kill if he can get lucky on the bounce. That should make it into the minefield easily, which it does. Up against the sign, that's gonna... Oh! Is he safe?
No slip. Looks like he's alright. Wow.
Wow.
He's there, but that's still not a safe place to be.
Very surprised there. He does live.
Yeah, but again, just a very, very strong counter-attack, I guess, from Niclas. I think the icing on the cake for him will be... Oh, I don't know, I'm thinking about having the damage advantage with his artillery at the moment, getting that 100 HP bit of damage, and his artillery is, I guess, got off lightly after Mashe being unable to capitalize with the Ephraim shell, but there is still the opportunity for Mashe to get the Ephraim crate, and that was such a strange turn from Mashe. Just,
Yeah. Wondering if the nerves are getting to him. He's
yeah, he's had a
mistakes.
nervy turn so far. It hasn't been strong. And I do feel for him. I really do, because I struggled greatly against Caster in terms of just my mentality going into it was pretty poor, and that really showed in the end. And his position. I was thinking about where he was standing, but I couldn't check because and he's managed to maneuver himself so close to the minefield to be bounced in here, potentially gets away with it but again he's standing in such an awkward position.
Managed to scrape away from the minefield again with another scout.
Very, very close.
Oh,
no! Oh,
he almost did a U.
What is happening?
I don't know. Mashe is falling apart a little bit here. This is...
It's playing with fire, playing with mines, I suppose.
My goodness, I wish that had happened to me. Just get lucky like once, maybe. Ay. Yeah, but the mentality here is completely different between both players.
Yeah.
Niclas is cool, calm, and composed, whereas Mashe finally gets some damage in with a 58. And a lucky slide.
Yeah, that was like his first, I suppose, honestly, successful turn.
Yeah.
All the other turns, minus the first, didn't really go too well.
Yeah, it wasn't the strongest, but again, I'm still surprised that both artilleries are standing.
Yeah.
No one's going for them, and they're standing in such dangerous positions. But this is another good opportunity. Opts for going against it instead, and I guess wants to get the damage on the scout. He would have had time, and honestly, I would have gone for it just to get that kill on that scout, but instead opts for the damage and poison. It's one of those where as soon as you use the jetpack against a pig in a minefield, you've basically lost your turn, because the pig is going to take so much time. And almost gets the double. That would have been a beautiful shot, but just a little bit too much.
So, yeah, this job now.
Yeah, this is really where Mashe has to come into his own and use that orderly to his advantage.
It's not going to go for the 5 health. I was a bit concerned there. That's a bit...
No, it does
not
get
a
it.
bit far. Okay.
Yeah, there is a long distance on the healing out,
Okay.
which is handy. But he needs to make it back here, because if he doesn't get this, then that will give Niclas a huge advantage in being able to collect the F-Rain, which is the next.
Why is he aimed so far down? Oh,
Just to keep him close, keep that body block close. Aiming down has proven to be very effective.
No counter.
scared me for a second there.
Yeah, the F-Rain is still available, so this should be Masce's turn to go ahead and grab it, yeah. We know he's been waiting for it.
Yeah, he's got to use that pretty quick if he wants to.
He's got plenty
keep
of
his head
time.
together.
He'll make it easy.
Also, in this turn, he'll have to use it, I suppose, I should say.
Yes, needs to make it count and needs to get at
10
least
seconds.
150 damage here, because he wants to be taking that artillery out in minimum of 2 turns. It's already down to 162, so that's not too bad. Needs to get it away. Just about.
If he gets this, this can be a very nice turnaround. Otherwise, you've got another artillery with the fire range shell still intact.
Yeah.
See, that's. Ooh!
Oh, that's solid. Down
Will
to
the fire
12.
move?
So.
No, it won't. That's 12. He does get an extra turn.
Yeah. So that was exactly 150 damage.
Let's see if he gets this. He needs to get, I think, the last big segment. I think does it. No.
That's too short.
Oh, it still
he
works
gets it
even.
anyway. He's certainly been practicing. Or that was just luck. Who knows?
Both.
Works at the front as well.
He does have plenty of time, Steve. He had like 19 seconds before he used his jetpack. That's plenty of time. But this is not good time for Niclas, because that is going to be instantly in the minefield. No! It's a little bit of damage and requires Masha to use another jetpack.
He's got his winter boots on. He's sticking to the ice.
But again, the position here, not.
He does
not
slide
too
down.
good.
Yeah, he's sliding down now. I know, but does he get the kill? He might do. Maybe. That delay makes me
don't
think
know.
no.
I think he got out.
Oh, but there's no X on that side, so he might have died there.
That is true. Gets the kill, so he was resigned to using the rest of his turn, but as you can see from Niclas here, the position here for Masce was not good, because he has basically placed himself in the same spot that the scout just died in, so there is once again potential for damage, but because the mines are running out down there, it's I guess a little bit of luck coming in as to whether or not he can get this in the right spot and
Indeed.
get the extra damage for the kill. So that's a solid 49, gets the slide and gets the mines, and that should be a kill. Yes, it is.
Surprised there's still a lot of mines left in that field.
Yeah.
I think 3 people have got into there now.
Actually, taking the high ground, grabbing the medical ball, and again, just holding on to it. Medical balls are just so... Any of those healing items that require a turn to be lost through health gain is just such a tricky one, because it's like when it...
Yeah.
There's very rarely a good time to use it, and only 6 seconds left, needs to get this away just to get at least one of them. He's trying to get the double, but that's a tricky one, given that's going to bounce towards his own pig. No!
Ooh,
Swivel
lovely.
round. Gets the double. And hello, Kazik. Welcome. I was out shopping today and saw some old World War I 2 helmets in a random shop and thought Pin would love to own them. I probably would. Speaking of helmets, Pig taking some solid jetpack damage and the poison coming out yet again. This time changing his attention. Who to go for?
No, he's opting for that scout.
Again, this is not the most amazing position. There is a chance to be knocked into the minefield from there, where Niclas is currently standing, but Masce's got other things on his mind, as there's still the artillery just chilling right now. Only with 12 health, but the fact that you have to use a turn to take it out is pretty annoying, to say the least. And I'm just thinking about Niclas's other paratroopers. Like, when the tranquilizers run out, depending on where Masce positions himself, there might be a chance for him to use all 3 jetpacks to nudge the orderly towards the minefield and potentially get a kill. But again, that minefield is slowly running out of mines.
58.
Oh, speak of the devil. Using all 3. And yeah, as expected, Just utilizing that environmental hazard to great effect. But like I said, the question will be, how many mines are left? Welcome everybody to the new game show. How many mines have you got in your minefield? And we will find out in just a moment. Because I feel like that side is... Even if he does get the nudge, it's going to be difficult.
Oh, no. Don't risk that. Just
dangerous.
take your shot. There we are.
Too much. That's... Oh no, drops in just.
He might slide in.
It does get... Oh,
Oh, but he's in a safe area. There we are.
Trying to do the maths in my head. Oh my goodness, down to 60 health.
Do you want to make your way out of there? You did just get a path. Yes, you did.
Yeah, he did. Very lucky. And, yeah, just reading some of the comments. Was a jetpackless shortcut to one of the artilleries the whole time. That is true. Mache did take that route, I think, to then get that medical ball.
Yes.
Interesting.
13 health now does get an extra turn. Opting to not go for it, though.
Was that the airstrike?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. But the benefit, though, going into the next season is that the fortification update does not have the airstrike in Chill Hill, so this will be potentially one of the last matches, I think, because I don't think Chill Hill comes up again in the other semi-final that we have later. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. Yeah. So this could be the last time that we see the airstrike, and that's overshot.
Ooh.
That's unfortunate, which will allow Masche to grab the airburst, which is going to be very handy. And do you reckon he's going to use maybe at least one jetpack? Just get that extra damage onto him, seeing as he does still have full health, which he's got a rocket launcher too. Would have been great with more time, but he's got 10 seconds to get this shot away. And if this guy slides, that's going to be... Oh, if he slides himself, doesn't slide down, but there is potential for self-damage here, because he might end up killing himself. I'm not entirely sure that's going to reach. No, he does kill himself, but he gets the extra damage anyway.
Worth it.
Oh. That was almost a comedy-like turn there, but Masche still with the tranquilizer, switching targets, but getting some solid damage onto that para. And if he can capitalize with the poison now, then that will very much put him in the driving seat, even though his pigs are running low on health. I think he's going to collect the rocket launcher and heal, I guess. Although he's got to watch out. Yeah, needs to move away from Niclas's pig, because that medical ball can sneak up on you sometimes. You think you're safe, you think you're far away from your opponent's pig, and then you end up healing them.
Next thing you know, you've done a sniper rifle's worth of healing. Speaking of which, sniper rifle on that other scout over there could be what Mascettino needs.
Yeah, but if Niclas can get a double here, especially on the orderly, he's banking on it curving around to the left, but will it have enough power? No, goes straight on instead. So that is a unfortunate one. He took the risk. Oh, but he hit his own pig as well.
Oh dear.
Basically gifted it to Masche there. And he can capitalize with a solid 50 here on the para, maybe. Although that's... Yeah, that will be potential. Not quite a skip turn, so he'll go for the Granada launcher.
See how he does.
And his own pig is on 27, so there is an opportunity for him to lose a turn. So there is potential for just a scoop, but that would be quite easy for Masche to counter with just 2 head jumps. But at the same time, it's the positioning here is tricky. So Niclas will counter with the jetpack, removing that skip turn, and he can say, "Screw you! I'm gonna." Is he just gonna outright kill him?
Oh, doesn't.
Hey,
he's angling it somewhat.
He doesn't go for the scoop. He's trying to go for the minimal damage, but that was way too close. But at least the skip turn is avoided.
Indeed. 2 drop crates. This will be picked up probably now, I imagine.
Yeah, all those crates are going to be very helpful and the fact that this orderly was not poisoned is a huge plus for Mascettino. He's looking for the healing hands. Bump this guy back up to 95 after he was poisoned on 35. So a huge boost. And the airstrike as well, which we all completely forgot about.
Yeah.
So I think in my head, when was that used again?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You can just go ahead and... Oh, tries to get the skip turn. So if you can get...
I never seen a skip turn with an airstrike.
I know, you don't see it very often.
But I
But
think
will
that's...
But
Is
I
it too much?
suppose-
Gets the double
Well,
damage
that's
and the
the
kill.
kill.
So yeah, he remembered the position of the scout, got huge damage and a skip turn on the scout. No, almost. Very close. 9 health away. And that, I feel like, is a massive, massive turn, because yes, he got the kill, but he wasn't able to get either of the skip turns on Niclas's team. So now we have the medic on 60, the scout down there on 95, Niclas with the poisoned scout, and the paratrooper on 74. So without any poison, and he hasn't really got the best position there, because I'm sure he would have wanted to travel further and probably suicide, but that leaves a lot of work for his remaining paratrooper. So Mascettino just looking for a good position, doesn't want to be too close, and should just easily be able to damage the para here to finish it off. Because a simple shot here will do the trick. Ooh. That was close. But again, I feel like the health advantage is just too much. So unless Niclas can pull off a feat of genius.
Anything that can be done here.
He's got no more jetpacks, but I think there are some crates still lying around. He's got a wee bit of a way to go. So there is... He can do this where he just maneuvers elsewhere to a safer location.
Oh, this is big, actually.
That is huge. That is massive, because that will bump him back up. If you can get the full 40, back up to 49, and suddenly the tables have turned. Because healing items exist, we forget that they do, but when they come into play, it really is a game changer. But Mascettino can do the same thing and continue to heal, as he looks for the healing hands, continue to heal the scout back up to 95. Sorry, back up to 111, 115 even. I forgot he hadn't taken any damage. And now the rocket launcher can take out the scout, which I believe is what he's going for, because he does not want anyone poisoned. Needs to be careful not to damage himself.
Is out of poisons.
I think, is he? Yeah, he is as well. You are correct, but either way, it's good. Good practice. Let's pretend he had poisons.
Yeah, sure. Good job.
But
Good decision making.
Even more dangerous is the high explosives, as he is able to take out the scout in 2 turns. So I would look to body block and then just hit him with the high explosive. So I'll deal 120. He's on 115, so he needs to get this on target to stay in the game. That looks a bit too long. Nope, aces it with the full 60, so he's now down to
fallen to the bottom.
55, because I'm great at maths. Yes. Just trying to work it out in my head, yeah. Scout's on 55, so he can be taken out with 1 more hit. But because it's a scout, he basically just has to hit him with a sniper rifle shot. And it should be comfortable. But what is he planning to do here? Because again, high explosive grenade. Scary. Don't stand close to your medic. Not going to be the best position. So down to 7 health. And I don't know about you, but there is a chance for some knockback to then do extra damage. But it's going to have to be on the scout, and it's going to have to be a very precise nudge towards his medic. But because it's uphill, it's too tricky. If he had a jetpack, that would be very, very handy, but...
Unless he wants to try and force a draw, but...
Oh, no, just the trajectory is not adequate at all. Yeah, if the health was a little bit... No, even then, just the position here is just too much against him.
Yeah.
So... It was a hard-fought battle, and considering that Masha had technically had the advantage, yeah, oh no, you could see it.
Oh.
Went for more power. Big oof in the chat. And that should be a simple knife to end this round 1 on Chill Hill. Very close encounter, but Masha does come up trumps with that medic advantage.
GG.
Yeah, GG to both. The artillery still stands.
Indeed, that's the thing I'm the most surprised about.
The lonely artillery on 12 health. Goodness me. So yeah, round 1 is over. That only took us 25 minutes. And we move on to round 2 on Upstream. So welcome back, everybody, to this crazy semi-final here between Masha and Niclas. Moving on to Upstream, which has not really been a fan favourite this season. I found it to be quite a claustrophobic map, ironically, given that there is such luscious space, but pigs end up clumping up together so easily. Masha starting with the Medgren Sapper Scout Para, and Niclas here with the Medgren Scout Para Sapper. So the same Hogs, different lineup ever so slightly. But what are your thoughts going into this second round here, as it will be Niclas to go first as well?
Oh, sorry about that. I was just changing the score because
Oh yeah, I was
reminded me.
Nice.
Yeah, I can understand why it's a not popular map. It is quite what's the word I'm looking for? It was plain in a way. It is, and I mean I still find it refreshing. I still find all the new maps refreshing, but it is one of the plainer maps, so I understand that. Lineups generally, I think, makes sense. It feels quite standard for a map where you can traverse quite well.
Mm. But again, I think this is also a problem. It's just the game's decision sometimes to clump the majority of pigs on one side. So
yeah,
here we're seeing the standard MoMA. Like I said, Niclas starting with the big advantage as he did win round 1, did go second, and now goes first to get the MoMA. So it's going to be the standard Medgren startup, so if you can get the big damage onto the Grenadier, which is right there, and I guess get the body block as well, seeing as Masha's paratrooper isn't going until last. He is looking elsewhere just to make sure there's no crazy people about, and we'll look to get the cluster.
Definitely want to aim for the Grenadier as the high priority target. It's just looking for a good position now, I would assume.
Yeah. I guess trying to knock him out of bounds, because it is funky on this map, but does get the full damage. Again, I'm just very surprised he didn't go for the body block, because that would instantly put pressure on Masha to gamble on damaging his own para alongside the Gren, but now Niclas has just allowed him to... Okay, interesting. He's allowed him to get some free damage onto him, essentially. I don't know if that was maybe a bait to try and position himself elsewhere, but... Oh no, bounces away! So it doesn't get the big damage that he would have wanted. Does slip back down.
Bound shenanigans. That is not the ideal trade he's looking for. A decent trade, but I think Niclas has come out on top on that one.
Yeah, again, just button inputs, especially in this high competitive professional season. Just the slightest difference in damage with a cluster can be game-changing. And speaking of, position here for a double poison is not the best in terms of spawns. I need to note that down because that is an unlucky position for Masha. And he does actually miss that first poison, so only the single. Yeah, too much power. Too strong. The scout does not know his own strength, and ends up with just the 15 plus 10 onto the sapper. So, will we see the first shrapnel of the game? That is the question. I think so. A lot of players have not really gone for the side-on aim. Oh my goodness, that's 110!
Lovely shrapnel.
That is the magic number coming out of nowhere.
Ouch.
Right in the face. I was about to say no one's going for that side-on angle, but it didn't matter because that was pinpoint, just perfectly placed.
Is that you, Angu?
Is that the true angle?
These jetpacks are scaring me on the very edge of being hit.
Yeah, it's very close, very solid, very consistent. Full 60, and he can get the 100 if he goes for the bazooka.
She is.
Instead, goes for the Gren.
it.
Yeah, you gotta take him out. That looks a little bit long, way too long.
Yeah.
Only the 11.
Only 11. Slides him
That
down
does seem-
slightly, but it's no kill.
But did he actually mean to do that? Because now he's down to the magic number of 19, so
Oh, true.
yeah, the poison could come out. So that does kind of counter his power now being down to 20, because Mashe can again get... Oh, he can't get a double, but he can get the turn gain on the power. He is looking for... trying to squeeze an angle here. I mean, yeah, the Grenadier on 43. Yeah, it does only go for the Pekis move. And Niclas is using every second available here just to think about, to plot his next move, because with the MoMA going on, the Grenadier's not looking too healthy. His own para now all out of jetpacks. I mean, you're not looking for big damage. I mean, there's the power to deal with, I suppose, because he hasn't been damaged yet, but even so, having to go all the way, and now everybody is on this one side. Only half a second left. That's maybe a little bit too much.
Ooh.
Ignore me completely as he takes the 20 damage as well. That is
unfortunate there.
yet another advantage on Mascettino's side, but instead he opts to just take out the Grenadier, which is a good maneuver.
Did anyone catch the damage number on that?
I did not. I think it was a 50, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Maybe someone in the chat noticed.
Probably, but Mashe looking to use every single jetpack available. That's going to nudge him out of bounds. Does slip back down though, gets lucky. Gets the
2
kill,
seconds.
not to get the poison or the skip turn.
Going for a bit of a wild hit.
Yeah, that was peculiar. 2 opportunities there to get a skip turn, but instead opts for the kill. So he does get the double in the single turn, but whether or not that will be worth it, we'll see. Because now he has a problem with his own Grenadier still being in a position where he could be poisoned. And seeing as we have an advantage here for Niclas with the healing to remove said poison, it is very much in his favour. So Mashe needs to... I mean, what do you do? I mean, try and make your way to the water and drop your health down to 15, but... yeah, I don't know. It's just
Maybe
such a
you
long
blow
way
yourself up with one of your grenades, I guess. That could be another option, but...
Yeah, but
At
you
least-
kind of want to keep him alive to make Niclas have to deal with him at some point.
That's true, yeah.
If he was poisoned, I'd say yeah, go for it. But now we have that big opportunity, and Niclas has to go for it. I mean, again, potential for a double, but do you risk it? Do you risk the biscuit when there's a chance for a skip turn?
Thinking
honestly-
about it? Thinking against
honestly,
it?
Go for it.
Looks like he's going for it.
Yeah.
I'll go for the safe one. Tiny bit hard.
His shots have been... They've always looked like they're going too far, and then they just drop down at the last second. But there's the skip turn. There's the big advantage.
Grenadier is gone.
Yeah. Yeah, KB says this map is big, but ends up feeling so small because everyone groups on... Yeah, we're all just grouped on one side. Becomes very squashed.
It's similar
kind
to
of-
Pigs in Space, I think has the same problem.
Yeah, they share that similarity, and part of you wants to have like almost as if you've got like a paratrooper in reserve to just fly away into the free open space, but no one can really do that because no one ever has. No one has a paratrooper spare. And of course, the big disadvantage of doing that is that you put more pressure on yourself to then hit a long shot with the bazooka. So.
Yeah.
But this is a good opportunity for Mashe to deal some big damage with the self-kill here, but there's a lot of too many body blocks really going on. If he can make it to the scout over there, then that will be huge. That scout is, I think, currently on like 110, I think.
117.
117, yeah. So
Good memories, good memories.
Yeah.
The scout's ability is doing well against me, unfortunately.
And that was only
look,
a 50.
50, yeah.
But he did get damage on himself, so
Yeah.
avoids the skip turn. I think he would have been better just going for the throwing it straight up, back down again, and trying to disintegrate your own pig. We've seen it quite a few times in the league this season. A lot of players have tried to deal massive damage from a self-kill with the shrapnel, but it hasn't really worked out, and that's, again, due to the angle that they detonate.
Yeah.
It's
Very
basically
little, I suppose, room or a very little window to do such angles.
Speaking of little window, Niclas has given himself quite the small window to get back here, because he was looking to try and run elsewhere to get the heal, but does get the final tranquilizer. Doesn't get the body blocks, so keeps the orderly open to take him out in the next turn, but seeing as he's now missing his grenadier, that's not going to happen. And if Mache gets just a sniff of being able to use his orderly, then that could completely flip this game around. And
poison on the medic.
Yeah,
we're getting rid of that.
Got to see the same thing happen. There's always a gamble, and with the final one too, there's a chance for a double there, but
yeah, a very risky one though.
Yeah, and the orderly can just remove one of them, seeing as Mache will eventually, I think, be able to use his orderly. Let us know in the comments in the chat. Do you think Mache is going to be able to use his orderly? Because that's going to drop him down now to 65, down to 55.
5 into TNT, shrapnel.
Yeah, so that should be a simple one hit with the TNT to take him out. So it's looking comfortable for Niclas, really. He just needs to get... Oh, I don't know, though, actually. Because...
Nice shot.
Decent hit, yeah.
Solid 34. The health coming down as well. I'm just trying to work everything out in my head. This Sapper's still on full health. So he has to go for the damage here onto the orderly. So like I said, if Mache is able to flip it around, that's going to be too big of a deal to ignore. He will, of course, skip his turn, so that should be enough. He gets the full 50 plus the... yeah, he's skipping his turn, so as long as he gets the full 50, he'll skip his turn and be sat there just on 5 health. So if he didn't have that lost turn through the skip, then he could still be in this one, but manages to drop it next to his own orderly as well. It's unfortunate.
I wonder if he can get...
He's going to go for the health? I think he might do. Not before a quick heal, not a skip turn.
I haven't noticed anyone do that yet.
Sad times. You refused the sneeze there. And that will be at least 5 damage. Decent swim, but now he's miles away from everybody, and he won't be able to get a shot away with anything worthwhile. Solid 30.
Yeah, it was honestly quite a good shot. Impressed with it.
And gets the extra health as well, knows exactly where to stand.
Just missed the amount he got.
Yeah, that is always going to be a crucial crucial thing to remember in competitive Hogs. Is the exact locations of where crates drop down and when, because he was pinpointing that. He fooled us into thinking that, you know, he's far away, he doesn't really have much of an opportunity, but it was deliberate. He knew where to stand, and he gains the health, and Mache again just...
Shaky aim.
Yeah, backing up there, trying to get into position and completely messing up the throw. Once again, hands Niclas a big advantage, even though he had a huge advantage anyway. It's yet another one. Utilising that skip so he doesn't have to go all the way around and can just easily get the damage here to drop him down to 10. And that leaves...
And this paratrooper will want to go for the head jumps, I imagine.
But with the low health, though.
Yeah. Oh, and he got the unlucky walk as well.
Yeah, it's... That's a little bit too far. Way too far.
Yeah, definitely too far, though.
And I once again have to feel for Masha here. I can just feel that the mentality has kind of gone a little bit after missing that poison throw. And it's turns like that can just demoralize you so much, especially when you're in the middle of the fight as well. And if
that might seal it after this turn.
Yeah, it's currently a 3v3, but with the power down to 10, this guy taking water damage with a slightly, I wouldn't really call it a lucky spin, but the drop. And once again, he can go back to the scout and heal as well. It's a little bit too much. And he doesn't even need to heal. He's got full health. Yeah, I think as soon as the scout takes this damage, it is potentially sealed once again for Niclas. Just comfortable with the advantage, and that is really where you need to execute it, and execute it well in the professional league. If you're starting with the advantage, you have to make it count. It is possible to lose that advantage, even if you think you have a strong lineup. There is the opportunity for your opponent to get a foot in the door, and that was why Niclas really had to take care of the orderly as soon as possible. Yeah. That is a solid turn from Masha, though. Drops him down to 13 health. But it's not going to matter anyway.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, the knife comes out, finishes with 3 pigs intact, and takes it 2-0, which means that we go into... Of course, it had to be Bridge the Gap on round 3. And that will determine whether or not Niclas will go through to the final tomorrow. So it will be Masha to go first as we flip it back around. And yeah, stay tuned. So welcome back, everybody, to Masha versus Niclas. It is 1-1. I apologize. I have very limited brain cells today, as it was Masha that took round 1, Niclas taking round 2, and we go into round 3 here on Bridge the Gap. This time around, Masha will start, and he goes with the Medic Grenadier. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong lineups. Got to flip that around. He's going with the Scout Para and then a triple gunner. Me and Angurio are just jizzing at that news. Meanwhile, Niclas with the Medic Para, Gunner, Scout, Sapper, so a more conventional lineup. But we know exactly what Masha is going to do in collecting the mortars and maybe getting that strong defensive position. Kind of doing an Iron Fox here, really, starting with the scout. Yeah, what are your thoughts going into this round, boys?
I'll be honest, I do quite like this map, even though a lot of people hate it. This is quite a fun one to watch. I feel like
I'm wincing because, yeah, that is not the strongest start from Masha. He needs to get it away. And it basically loses his first turn advantage there. He's so unlucky because he spawned a fair distance away from that crate to try and jump in there, lost the time, and now Niclas has an advantage to get first blood, get first bit of damage in, and I guess go for the paras. Because my thinking here is that if you damage the para, you reduce his effectiveness if he decides to go on the offensive. That is a solid 47 though. And destroys the crate for the extra 40. Oh, was a fair amount of damage.
40? I don't know. Extra one of them damage. Very nice initial mortar there from Niclas.
Very solid.
Yeah, I was saying I do quite enjoy watching this map. It feels like a very skill-based map.
Yeah, there's so many factors to think about, and that is one of them actually. The distance here is, yeah, that is long enough because he's on the low ground. Okay, if he was any higher up, that would be very tricky. But a solid 34. Any more? 11, 45 damage. Not bad.
Too bad.
with the defensive position as well. But yeah, I think, like I said, as soon as your para takes damage and he hasn't actually maneuvered anywhere, then that's when you flip the switch from offense to defense. Because if you're banking on flying over and kind of disrupting your opponent, if you've already taken damage from that, you're a little bit useless. Because especially with Niclas's stronger lineup, I guess in terms of hand-to-hand combat, he's got a scout and he has a sapper. So,
Have they hit again?
yeah. Yet more solid incoming damage. That is what I like to see. Too many gunners, eh? Well, we haven't seen them all game, and now we get to see all three of them. Plus one on Niclas's side as well, so a good balance. And that is, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that is becoming the meta for Bridge the Gap, is just playing defensively, staying on your side. Nobody wants to take the gamble and go on the other side.
Yeah.
I prefer this generally.
I mean, we did see it initially in a couple of early games. I think last season, the strategy was to try and get onto your opponent's side and steal their closest airburst, which did give you a good position, but again, left you vulnerable against poison and stuff. Especially because players can just like plant TNTs through the wall. Like, it's not fun.
And I think just generally throwing people down into the middle as well. That was another big problem, I think.
I feel like we don't see that as often, though, these days. Everyone obviously wants to get on the high ground and doesn't want to be anywhere near that zone. But if you can knock guys in there, it is a huge plus. And yet again,
that's
just more.
No, it doesn't.
Solid.
Oh, almost did.
Just solid damage across the board so far from Niclas with the mortars. And Mache as well, making quick work of that 40 plus damage. But now, can he make the jump? Can he get yet another? Yeah,
First
there it is. It's kind of unfortunate because his first turn was littered with failed jumps, but he was against the clock. So with that not in mind, he can plonk this between those two pigs. That is only going to hit the first one.
Oh, very nice hit.
No, just the one. Oh. That's so unlucky. 49 though. Yet another solid mortar damage shot, I suppose. It's in the same range. We've seen 46, 46, 47, 49. Nobody's got a full 50 yet. And that was a nice jump from Niclas, once again proving that we already knew this, of course, but proving that you can, of course, jump into that crate on this side. That's a little bit short.
Oh, no damage to the wall.
We get both? No, gets nobody. That is a missed turn. That is yet again a big opportunity for Mache to flip it back around to his advantage.
Walls, though, really coming in, saving the day there on that shot.
I'm trying to keep a mental note, really, of the fact that Mache wasn't able to do anything on his first turn, and now Niclas has handed it back to him, being able to deal damage here after that miss, and that looks decent. Another 44, but down to 96 health, I should say. I'm sure they would love 96 damage on a one shot, but not sure on the teabagging there from Niclas.
I think because it's a sapper, he can do anything now, I guess.
I suppose. But
the
middle hasn't been damaged, so I'm a bit confused as to. I guess rolling it up there is not too bad. But
he was going for a skip, and you saw him bridge the gap. I was worried. But
I thought maybe he had something up his sleeve, but that's
kind of going there.
Is that?
Flying.
That's just. I don't. What are roller ground? What is physics? It had no speed whatsoever. It just boggles my mind every time because it just shouldn't be. That shouldn't be happening, but it does.
Yeah.
This weapon is so weird.
I'd love to see them more, but this.
You will. You will in the if
lovely.
you play the fortification maps. There's plenty of them. They get the. Oh no. Oh, he gets lucky with the blimp. Oh no! Wait.
Oh, does he?
Oh. It came back around, but just wasn't quite there. So yeah, that medic coming in handy. This time, Niclas with the strong medical man. Seeing as Masche had that advantage on Chill Hill, it now flips to Niclas. Seeing as Masche did not come with that med. And 41, the lowest amount of damage we've seen with the mortar so far, but still...
Indeed, also still 40s though.
Yeah, still consistent. And ooh, I was looking at the sapper on the bridge, like I'd be interested in trying to hit that, but
yeah,
he's got to go for the easiest shot.
Would make him near useless, I suppose, until the jetpacks come down.
47, so we're still in the 40 range, back and forth, solid.
I was thinking, not thinking. Ah, here comes the invasion. Not really much to steal, though.
Just to clarify from the chat, the players cannot hear us speak, even though we use Parsec. We make sure that they can't pick up our audio on our microphones, and we are in different Discord calls. Oh no! Ends the turn, but I don't think he would have been able to do anything anyway, seeing as he took so long to spin around. So, kind of not looking too healthy.
It always looks like you can get someone out of bounds in the back, but I think there's a bit too much to it to actually do that. At least with the weapons I have.
I'm just a bit worried about Masche's position here, because it's very, very squashed.
It's gone a bit over.
Way over. Only 28. Down comes the first jetpack. Gunner, I mean, not in the worst position. I think, just try and continue to deal damage onto some of the other dudes that are looking pretty healthy, like the scout or the gunner, either or. And I'm really not playing ball today. He's gone for the trickier option on the menu, because that is... Oh no, the blimp coming back around again. Even if he gets this, the blimp could get in the way. Oh, I think he's good.
Oh, lovely hit.
Straight in the box.
Wonder if he wants to go down and steal them jetpacks.
I mean, it'll give him the opportunity to change his position, but I don't really know why he would want to. Gunner is not the best dude.
Oh, he's actually staying down there, not picking up a jetpack even.
Very...
It's not the whole angle shot, I guess.
Yeah, maybe he's practiced from that distance. I mean...
We've now got our lowest mortar shot. 33 actually, that's not
33 split, yeah, but that was a peculiar position, because now Niclas is easily able to just chuck this in there. But we'll just go for the damage instead. He'll save his poisons for later, because there are still pigs on the full health, but I think if he's got his angles right, that looks pretty good to me. Oh, bottom 39, but does he slide away? He does. Only 39, and we have this big cluster of Masche's pigs in that right-hand bottom corner. If I was a paratrooper, I'd be very, very curious to nudge those guys together, and I guess we can certainly feel the change in approach here. Both players now being a bit more offensive, changing positions, maneuvering elsewhere.
What's made them decide to go for it now is the question. A lot of the crits are gone now.
Yeah, I think just... oh no! Needs to get this away, just about. Can he throw it in? That's a bit too short.
Oh no.
No! Yet another turn. Masche is not quite able to capitalize, and that will be easy damage, easy pickings here for the Sapper. Like I said, you take such a huge gamble in changing your position. You really have to make it count, but the lack of time is just, it's destructive. And if he can capitalize, we saw that 110 earlier. And
kind of sliding down.
That was like what, 55? But back down into the depths of hell for... Oh no! Oh! That would have been so close.
Wow, that would have been crazy. Okay.
That would have been a huge game changer, but Mache by the skin of his teeth survives.
Again.
Yeah, and opts to go for damage rather than poison here. Which I think is a solid maneuver, just to remove the threat of those jetpacks and take out the one pig that is still on his side. So, almost a kill for Niclas. A solid kill for Mache, and the medic, I mean, all of his picks are on the other side as well, so if he wanted to heal, he's got to get a move on, because he's not going to have enough time to do anything else, and we'll look to get the skip with some tranquilizers, which could be yet another game changer here. And I mean, we talked about it earlier, just the difference in strategies and styles that we see on this map, and now people are voluntarily going into the pit, which is just a bit bizarre, but I guess when there's a tranquilizer on the line, why not? And I would jetpack up onto the box to get a bit more height and then shoot, because he's going to drop a little bit short. Is that going to be 33 again? No, okay.
Close.
28.
Wait, no. Yeah.
And he's on 51, such an annoying number. But there is a jetpack, so if he can get this, there is potential for a kill. Which he certainly needs right now. But opts for the... Interesting, goes for the flamethrower, so he's
maybe he thinks he'll slide back down and then...
No, I think he's going for the skip turn, or he's banking on him just exploding. Nope. So I think he will go for the skip turn, that magic number 21. It would be a lot of work for Mache to counter that with head jumps. So, yeah, I'm not sure. But even though he's got the turn loss from the medic right now, if he can just continue to make quick work of these guys, that is a perfect shot. Oh, my goodness.
Out you go.
That was 60 plus damage, gets the kill as well. Oh. And all of a sudden, it is a 5v3. So Niclas really just... where do you go? Yeah, I guess maneuver elsewhere, but 14 seconds to drop down and get some damage in. Do you go for a TNT, or do you go for a body block and a air burst? He is looking for it, goes for the TNT instead, and tries to nudge him towards out of bounds, but that's... don't think that's going to be enough.
Yeah, it might be a bit close, potentially. Possible.
Way too flat. But...
maybe with a shrapnel.
Or a machine gun, we've seen it before.
Yeah, I forgot, sorry.
I'm just thinking, Iron Fox's strategy, he tried it once, tried it again. I think on the third time, on the third day, God said, okay, you can have this kill. But no machine guns here, and some healing, very much needed healing here for Niclas if he wants to stay in this game. Gunner back up to 103, and the tranquilizer will remain on the gunner. So he's really going to have to utilize that skip turn, plus the extra damage that his pigs can do from their current positions. So this guy... would you just go for the damage on yourself? I think so. Wants to minimize the risk.
I think the scout is dead, so
that's true.
Be worried about.
But that's again just too long from Mascettino. No damage, and that is a lost turn on his account. So that pig may as well have been poisoned. And that is a good maneuver as well. The head jump plus jetpack equals death. And should be able to... If he can hit the paratrooper from there, that would be very, very handy for him, because that para is sitting comfortable still in that defensive position. He's going to try and get the jetpack and angle it whilst running towards it. That is such a difficult thing to do, and it's just too much mustard. Far too much.
Is he himself? No, barely.
But he does get the kill, so he does gain the advantage of Masche not being able to capitalize and get any hits with the mortars. And once again, surprisingly opting for the damage. I would honestly go for poison there, because he needs to get the medic up towards his other pigs. So if you go for the poison, you basically say to the medic, well, this guy's poisoned, so you can stay down there if you want to, or you can jetpack up here and try and heal him. But instead, he just went for the solid 40. Yeah, doesn't need to go far.
Lovely.
To 15 and into the out of bounds area. I only know that because Niclas told me about it. No, he does make it out. If he had slid down any further, then he may have exploded, but Masche lives to tell the tale. And yeah, he's going to want to sink all of these into this guy to take him out in 2 hits. And then it's going to be a much bigger uphill climb for Niclas. I mean, looking at the health of Mascettino's pigs, like, they're all still alive, but they're all very low. No one looking particularly healthy. And that should be enough. We don't even get to see him. Yeah, Mental Man with insta-kill zones are pretty funky. They are very inconsistent. I mean, we saw it when I played Revan on Hedge Maze. There were so many opportunities where he went to get the insta-kill zones and it just didn't happen. Thankfully. I was very lucky. But yeah, I know what you mean. They are inconsistent and sometimes unreliable. And I feel like generally everyone in the community kind of resents them a little bit, because we know that they break the game in a lot of ways.
Some maps which I think would be considered good, I think otherwise would help them, I think. Just with the random, oh, you're dead. Like, there is a bit of a problem.
Yeah. Speaking of, like I said, Masche's pigs now down to a skip turn, and he will be down to 4 health after this. The gunner on 33, the medic still on full health on Niclas's team, plus the 123 gunner, and again, only 16 damage from the mortar, really not paying off for Mascettino. So again, Niclas has the opportunity to take out somebody. And if I was him, because I'm a scaredy cat, I would go back onto my side and then try and hit some shots from afar, but instead he is going to collect the other bunch of crates and just go for damage. Which is not the worst maneuver, but from here he really needs to get this on target to get the kill if he can. Which he does, full 37, and breaks the bridge. Very nicely done. So the skip turn down to 14 health. My brain for some reason thought he was poisoned. But either way, it's not looking too healthy anyway for Masche right now. So it could very much come down to a 2v1, but with the medic, and he is absolutely jacked right now. Still has a tranquilizer, has mortars, there's all kinds of goodies. Roller grenades, cattle prods, jetpacks, just
Love to see the roller grenade usage. Love to see it.
This time, just a nice. It's so clean as well. It's clean and compact. maximum 40 damage, gets the solid 36, and I forgot that the scout was alive, but again, only on 46 health. So it is a 2v2. But the paratrooper yet again, and indeed still, with a strong defensive position.
Indeed. Definitely has the position advantage, but maybe not so much on the health department.
Oh, goodness, and is there a chance for a
roll
double?
down? Maybe again, if there's enough time.
Not going to be enough, but this guy back up to full health. The medic now poisoned. So Niclas has to remove one of these guys, preferably, I think, the scout, seeing as he's on low health.
They both have a jetpack now. They can both get up.
That is true. The both pigs on Niclas's team have the maneuverability to do so. And this guy's on 15 health.
Quick pistol into the back. And the paratrooper goes down.
And I don't know, as Masha right now, the health advantage is extremely large. So even if he does go for the body block, it's possible for Niclas to end this in the next 2 turns, or potentially just the next turn. Really, if he just opts for the damage. Masha looking to hide, so that's a decent maneuver. And Niclas, I think, will.
To stop the tranquilizer from coming through, I see.
I'm looking at his weapons, and I'd honestly just throw a roller grenade. Just get the solid 20. And then just okay, he's opting for the Okay, he's taking the gamble. I mean, again, I know the health advantage is massive, but you never know what could happen. Again, the blip! Oh. We've seen it time and time again, but he gets the solid 30 and the 7.
Gonna roll down, or we just not?
The blimp could have changed everything there. My goodness.
Almost a redemption.
Very, very close. And once again with Masha as well. The blimp always comes into play in some way, shape or form.
Even if it's just to scare him.
Yeah. This will be... I hope to take out the medic and finish it with just 1 pig remaining. Take out some collateral, why not?
Yeah. An explosive exit.
Yeah, but I think he will be safe. Too much health to deal with just a mortar. Medic comes back into the playable area, and Bridge the Gap is done with Niclas taking it, which means the score is now 2-1. And we go to Ice Flow, my goodness. So this match could end in 5 minutes, it could end in 20. Ice Flow is so unpredictable, but stay tuned.
Indeed.
Boy, oh boy, we are not done yet. So welcome back, everybody, to Mascettino versus Niclas. They have already started because they are just raring to go. Moving on to Ice Flow. Masha going with the Med, Sapper, Para. Meanwhile, Niclas with the Grenadier, Para, Sapper. And then finishing with a Gunner. Is that a Gunner? That is right? A Gunner? I can't even read my own writing. Yes, yeah. To everyone who has no idea what's going on, just rewinding because Niclas went to the bathroom and came back, but Masha had already started the game. So from our perspective, we thought that they were both ready, but Niclas wasn't back yet, so he wasn't able to look at the lineup. Now he can stare at it with his eyes, write it down.
Spawns. Yeah, I mean, I can do nothing about that.
Yeah, I know that is unfortunate, but it will be Niclas to go first anyway, so he does have that advantage.
Yeah.
Masha's too tilted to wait. I mean, the pressure's on. This could be the round where Niclas makes it through to the final. A win here would be a huge plus, and because again he has the opportunity to take it with that advantage of going first. If he's able to find the orderly, deal big damage, maybe get a poison, it's anyone's game. But here we go. Will we see it? Will we see Niclas make it through to the final? Or will we go through to the final round on Pig in Hell? Part of me wants both. But I don't know. Actually, like I said, Mache will be going first, maybe in the next round, but that is decided random on round 5. In this round, on round 4, it is Niclas to go first.
There we are.
And that is not the best position here on the high ground. Just
Alone, it looks
the
like.
orderly. Is the orderly on the island? He is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just set up perfectly here for Niclas.
Would you destroy the crate?
Yeah. Just. Oh, I mean, yeah. Cluster can do enough from there.
Definitely. I would do that.
High explosive even, I think, could be good.
I feel like high explosive would be a lot safer as well to nudge him in the water, because you risk doing too much here and blasting him to safety. But if he can get it in, if he can get the bounce, and that's too much.
And that's probably the worst case scenario.
He's basically done Mache a favor, and now we have some Moga going on.
Moga.
Yeah, and position, it's not a full body block, but orderly down to 59 already. And will we see... Oh, I mean, both of these positions here are just... I mean, you've got the double pairing as well on the island for Mache as well. That is another one, and yeah, I was just thinking he was going to nudge them both here, maybe towards the water. If he had a bit more time, that would have been his plan, but he's looking to get the poison on the sapper. But if he could have gotten both, that would have been huge. But still 37, and in, like, dead center. Spins around as well. That's going to be more poison water damage, down to 42. And taking his turn, and that will give Niclas a big advantage as well, because like I said, both of Mache's pigs over there so close together. Those spawns frickin' suck, and I don't know.
You know.
This is my quarrel with Ice Flow right now. Just the first turns, I think, need to be looked at. That's why I went mental with removing the minefield, so we could free up a bit more space to maneuver some of the positions around. But it's still a solid execution from Mache, full 50 down to 84. But yet another paratrooper coming in to, I guess, try and execute the same thing. Nudge that paratrooper towards the poison water, and then get damage on him again. Because the more poison you can get, the better. And considering that Niclas doesn't have any kind of healing, and he is currently going through the Moga, his most important pig is currently tranquilized and was thinking about the scoop there, but remember, that's not the best position to be in. But even so, that's still
Good damage.
risky.
No
Risked
poison.
being too much, yeah, but no poison. Still a solid 60. So we've got the extra crates coming in, and we have a double pairing here for Mache, as he's able to break up the poor spawn position with one of his sappers to get the poison.
How to get a good position behind the tree? Looks like he's managed an alright one.
Yeah,
That's
makes
pretty
his way...
good.
Yeah, making your way inland is very important here, and that's a solid
Ooh,
TNT yet again. So Mache capitalizing. Niclas had the opportunity there to get the 2 turns of the poison, but missed it with that slightly overshot bazooka. Got the damage, but just missed the opportunity to nudge him in. And yeah, Metal Man, feel free to download the fortification update. Just head to hogsawar.org/fortification update. And you'll get the latest update from the League maps on day 1 and the 25 new multiplayer maps on day 2. And speaking of new maps, going into the Grunt League /rank up, I think we'll be looking at maybe the 10 best new maps to add to the map pool for the league, because we don't want to just dump all 25 of them in, because there are quite a few changes that need to be made to some of the maps if we want to use them in competitive, but that's a whole discussion that will be had with everyone in the competitive scene. Mache making quick work with the jetpacks and using the
nice.
using the water trick there to not lose any time. Although, as I say that,
Yeah,
he
maybe
loses
he's
time there.
losing a bit of time.
But
He
gets
does
the
get the
kill. Nicely done.
I was wondering why it took so long.
Yeah, it was solid execution with those jetpacks, and it paid off in the end with that big chunk of water. So Niclas very much on the back foot, but look at the position here, because again, he needs to capitalize. I'd go for the flamethrower. Just say screw it. Just
Oh, true, yeah.
go nuts.
I'll do a lot more, I think.
It's like you're one round up, but I mean, I guess, yeah, that is the safer option. But his position here isn't great either, because he then puts himself away from it, and only the paratrooper gets poisoned.
I think it was poisoned anyway.
No, they were both fine, I believe. So.
Or was it the other paratrooper? No, I don't remember then.
I think he would have, if he'd have gone for the flamethrower, he would have definitely killed one of them. I think he should have just gone for the mayhem, because now Mascettino can do the same thing that he was doing a second ago, but onto a different pig. I'd go for the scoop, honestly. This guy's he's on low health anyway, so he's only going to be one-shotted, but goes for the extra, and it doesn't really pay off. He's down to 41. That seems to be the magic number in this game so far. But there's finally the turn skip, back around to turn 1.
2 crates there, waiting for someone to pick them up.
It's a long way to go, and you do take the risk here, because if the Gren is able to take his turn, because if Mascettino gets there and does a heal, it's a long shot with the tranquilizer, and in doing so, because if he is going to turn around and try and maneuver close back to the Grenadier, I don't know, this is a huge gamble from Mascettino. Look at the position though, both of those picks so close together, and that is going to leave just a massive advantage now for Niclas. I say that as his para goes first, which I forgot about. Will be the para. Sorry, I forgot the skip turn already happened. What am I talking about? But even so, that position with those pigs next to each other is still not healthy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be time for Niclas to get some damage unless Mascettino is able to make this work. No extra damage. So I think if I was Niclas, I would try and do the same thing here, but get the double, get the kill on yourself, and it's on the orderly as well. So that is even more. That is just huge. Crazy spot to relax in. Yeah, very much so. Just in the middle of the house, nice and chill.
He stands in between them. Oh.
Interesting. Doesn't opt to kill himself. And that's nicely done. He only needed one of them to fall in, but the orderly still remains. And there's potential for Mascettino to get some head jumps in, because you know he will, if he has the opportunity. Maybe not with this guy. I think this might be a self-kill. It's all very, very close. There's so many poison pigs now. It's like, do you know? Yeah, I was going to say, do you risk it? Yeah, you've got to go for that poison. And maybe even just judge. Maybe even just kill himself as well. Yeah, stand behind him. Nice. Yeah, just try and get that extra damage. Keep him in the water as much as you can, because he's only going to be on 50 health anyway. So there is potential for a kill here. Oh, nudges him close. Oh no, an extra just chunk of damage. But that's again a potential for Mascettino to get a skip turn. So Niclas, there's a chance to kill the para. There is not a chance to kill that guy yet. 112. Niclas goes for the body block. Solid maneuver. Maybe not. There is the orderly still alive as well. Yeah, which is what I think he remembers, because there's no point dealing damage if the med can just heal it out.
A nice shot.
And lovely bounce, I do enjoy that. And yeah, I think Mascettino, will just look to machine gun? No? I promise he cannot hear me. Yeah, opts for it, but his position here is not great with the 112 health pig. It leaves you so open to more damage, but with the
There's such
Grenadier
a big space next to him as well.
Yeah, with the Grenadier falling, it looks like it's slipping away here for Niclas. And will we see a finale on the likes of Pig in Hell of all places? I don't know, but that's going to be a kill. And Mashe can finish it here if he just gets a solid head jump. Or just a jetpack and a scoop. Either will do. Gotta watch out for the tree. And yeah, that should be it here with a bazooka. And just a nice double overall to finish it. There was potential there for a turnaround, but didn't come soon enough for Niclas. And Mashe takes round 4 as we draw it up 2-2 and go to the final round on Pig in Hell. So welcome back, everybody, to the 5th and final round of this first semi-final between Mashe and Niclas. This 5th round, of course, will be decided by random on who goes first. And Mashe going with saving his last Grenadier for the final round. Then going with the double sapper, scout, and a para. And Niclas going with his final medic with the scout, para, and double sapper. So sappers yet again very important.
Sapper and the gunner last.
Sorry, gunner, I can't read.
Oh.
I am blind. But yeah, once again we see the split between the medic and Gren, and now it's flipped around from what was on Ice Flow with Mashe with the Gren and Niclas with the medic. But it will be Mashe to go first, and that is going to be heavy damage, I guess, inflicted onto the orderly from the get-go as he looks for him, and if he can, in the perfect position to be nudged towards the water. But considering that Mashe had the advantage with the med against he had the Moga on Ice Flow, if Niclas is able to do the same thing here and just shut down the Grenadier early. Not having... I know, yeah, the bird is saying hey, just flying in there. But because he will not be able to get the body block, that will leave him very vulnerable. So I think only the single tranquilizer can be used, unless he opts to go for somebody else and go for a body block that way. But again, because he's already down to 66 health, you kind of have to feel as though he will not live past these first set of 10 turns, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's not the best position to be in, and if it was me, I would have just stuck it onto the Grenadier, because at least you can then work your way through. But he's banking on removing the poison, which is, I guess, the next most important pig on Mashe's team. If we're talking about importance, it is usually Orderly first, Grenadier second. That flips around depending on what map you're on and which situation, but usually third, most important pig is the scout, and that's, I think, a solid 50 there. So speaking of scouts, it will be Niclas to get the first chunk of poison in. And is there potential for a double? It looks like it. It is uphill. I think he's looking to go downhill instead. There is a little bit of room, but seeing he's on the high ground. Again, he's banking on it, rolling. Oh, that was so close. And again, it goes straight. We saw it on Chill Hill. Niclas tries it again, but just doesn't pay off for the double. He's put too much faith in the terrain, and it's just not paid off either time. And yet another huge advantage for Mascettino.
Going for a plain TNT, hold it 50, nudging towards the water.
Yeah, playing it safe. He could get an extra 10 here if he places this well. It's not bad. I don't think it's going to be... don't think he'll drop in unless he gets a lucky bounce. And... nice. Full damage and water. Nicely done. Down to 58.
Significant chunk there.
Disgusting, yeah. And this is where Niclas has to take the gamble break up the Goga. Grenadier on gunner action. And break up that body block, and he will again damage his own pig ever so slightly, but it still goes for damage. Doesn't have enough time to use that final jetpack. Goes for the low angle, much like his protege of Iron Fox.
Oh, surprised there was self-damage there.
Yeah, again, just I think maybe too much damage onto his own gunner, but skip turn coming in handy, because I guess because it's a quiet Mosa? Medicon Scout action?
Oh, we're getting a lot of new phrases today.
I know, Goga, Mosa. I don't know, plenty of them. But yeah, because that is kind of, it's going on somewhere on the map and it's like quiet and out of the way, Masha is not really focused on it at the moment. So the Orderly is able to comfortably sit there, but that could be a huge turn if Niclas is able to get this on target. His power is just far enough away to not take any damage here. And that should be a solid 50. And I don't think any full damage here. Yeah, but the position is perfect for some poison. And Masha needs to be wary of the edge of the map here. Doesn't want to slam up against it. And that's going to be some turn time lost because he's nudged him out of bounds. Needs to get his bearings, and oh, I don't know.
Oh, second one was a bit risky. He might be okay with it, I think.
Yeah, he's alright. He slides back down, but needs to make sure that he remains in the playable area, because that will be unfortunate. It does happen, but he is solid. Gets the 36, and that's a decent turn with the para. Apparently, I cursed Niclas. I don't know how. How did I curse him?
You did. Yeah.
No, I know, but how?
No idea.
I don't know. I've been told
Nice.
not to praise Fox during his match with Caster. Okay. I keep it neutral wherever possible. And that is huge damage, and that will be a kill on the Orderly.
Over
Sorry, kill on the
100.
Grenadier, my bad. But 66 onto the Sapper.
What's that, 105, I think, damage total?
Yeah, that was exactly what Niclas needed. So the Grenadier is out of here, and his Orderly is comfortably in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Still only on 66 health, but again, Masha is just... He's kind of got tunnel vision right now. He's so focused on everybody else. I mean, understandable given that these guys still have full health, but... solid 70.
Yeah.
70. It does not impress me.
Here's the Mosa or the Soma, or... No, that would be the Mosa, yes.
Lovely Mimosa in the corner, but he's going to go ahead and try to... There's no point trying to heal. Just stick with it.
You're not going anywhere in time.
Yeah, I would have kept the body block if I'm honest. Kind of keep that insurance. And sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Caster's not able to get his smiley face away. We got a wink instead, Caster. I guess that'll do, right? A little bit spicy, but even so, Masha just taking a bit of time. Thankfully, it's not lag. He scared me for a minute.
Oh,
he's just thinking about how much power is needed to nudge these guys together. And that's a solid execution and potential. I'd say for poison, but it's just going to be damage, seeing as the scout is still poisoned. Speaking of, seeing as the scout has already poisoned the paratrooper, he's going to make his way elsewhere and be like, you know what, I'm done with you. I'm going to go poison someone else.
where is he going off to?
He's
Was a
gonna get
little
on the
corner
scout.
fight?
Yeah, get it on the scout so that he takes... he was going to take 45 damage in total as he took the 20 from the trank. He'll take the 15 here, plus the 10 when he then skips his turn. Down to 75 health now. And Niclas, he's making quick work of the, like I said, the next important pig of that scout. now that the Grenadier is out of the picture, he can just comfortably have that 2-on-1 situation. Even though the Scout's only on 15 health, just having that single turn to deal the poison damage is going to be absolutely huge. So I'm not going to call it. I'm not calling anything yet because it's way too soon. Masce still has plenty of healthy pigs, and Niclas does have those two pigs grouped together as well. So Masce has an opportunity for some big damage, but that could be a kill for Niclas if he gets it on target. Only 30. So Sushi lives to fight another day, and that creates even more work now for Niclas.
Quite a big miss, unfortunately.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. What do you do here?
There's a lot of movement going towards this corner.
He's got to deal with the scout, and then I guess get some damage onto said orderly. If he can drop him down to 25, he's on 66, so he just needs a head jump and a bazooka, so he can do the head jump later. But if he can get a poison over there, that will be very, very important. Only 34 though, so not what he needed. That extra +6 is going to be a godsend for Niclas, and he can break up this close encounter of the gunner kind and move elsewhere. So yeah, now we finally see kind of a breaking up of all of the pigs.
Yeah, they've now started to move towards the emptier sides of the map without the river, which is something I'm still quite surprised at.
Yeah, I guess with the double poison over here, it's something that Niclas can't really ignore to try and gain those extra turns. Got to take the advantage where possible, and this guy still seeming pretty healthy. Sapper's comfortable. No, he's not. He's on 35. It's just 1 minute they're like on 150 health, and the next they're just suddenly down to 35. This guy is looking healthy. On 100 plus health.
Indeed.
And I think we're changing corners, guys. You mentioned that they're spreading out, but we've gone from one corner to the next.
They've actually migrated.
Yeah, Medic on 32, Sapper on 35. So there's potential here, and I think Masce would preferably be wanting to damage his scout to avoid the skip turn. But the orderly will fall, and the extra damage
very nice
will come from the kill as well. So +18 down to 17, and that's a magic number in itself. That scout's able to remain alive, and the poison comes out. Gonna be huge. But there's just these like moments of intense boredom of making your way from point A to point B, and then just crazy damage. Pig in Hell is such a strange one. We've seen it so many times in the league so far, and indeed in the playoffs. We had it a lot last season. I think we had it a fair amount of times in the Grunt League as well. Oh, the 70!
Love to see it.
No way! Huge plays just coming in. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to praise everybody. I just have to praise you like I should, as Fatboy Slim once said, but I don't know. That 70 was unexpected. Mortars, we love to see it. And that should be a comfortable kill. Get rid of the other para. And Niclas, at some point, is going to have to deal with that Sapper. 5 health on the other side of the map is such an annoying place to be, as Herman drowns. And Ledhos on 17 health. There's no way he can drop his health without a teammate jumping on his head. And he goes for the punch. He's definitely I guess he's been keeping track of the numbers, because that, I imagine, is a skip turn. Yes, indeed.
It is.
That is huge for Niclas to remain in this game. 25 on the paratrooper. That's 70. Like I said, just a godsend. Tenko on 114. So again, skip turn could be coming in once more. Don't see the pistol very often, but that 20 damage is huge. Ben is living like a praiser. I really want to listen to Fatboy Slim now. I wish we could put that on like the during the break, but I don't know. Is that the one where Christopher Walken's dancing in the music video? I don't know. So someone let me know in the chat.
Yeah, you've lost me. No idea.
No, praise you by Fatboy Slim. No, anyone?
I'll know when I hear it. Maybe.
I don't want to sing it on stream, but that's another solid
Copyright.
Yeah, probably. Oh dear. Yeah, so a solid 50 down to 64, but this gunner isn't too healthy, to be honest. There is potential for a kill here. No, there isn't. My damage numbers are all over the place. Only 26! Down to 68. My brain, for some reason, thought he was on 41. I don't know why. Yeah, Revan's putting his faith in Niclas, of course. The blimp is putting its faith in nobody because it does not care for anyone. It only cares for itself and getting in the way of people's shots. And that looks like a solid 50. Oh, only 43. Still a good hit. So it's very much in Niclas's favour unless Mashe can maneuver his way. Oh, like I said, that 5 HP sapper.
You can do
Such
it, but map does show the hills.
Yeah, but again, I'm just thinking with the health that is potential, the health that could potentially be lost by Niclas. The kill here is going to be huge for Mashe, which means that I think Niclas is going to have to get some head jumps in, plus damage to take this one. Wait! No, he bounces over, so there was potential for damage. Is he far away? Is he? Okay, he is safe. So it is a 2v1, and he needs to get those head jumps if he wants to remain in this match. Because there is potential for Mashe to take the victory. No!
I don't think he's gonna. Can he get
No, it's a lot to do. Too much to do in this time. And Niclas, I believe he's still on 68 health. Yeah, so Mashe has to get a 70 to win this.
This is gonna end with a shrapnel.
It is. He has to put all of his faith into a shrapnel.
Draw. What do you think?
Oh no, not a draw.
If it ends in a draw, we have to draw a random map and go to round 6.
No.
I'm sorry, that's what we have to do. And
My bedtime.
Don't do that.
My goodness. It's too close to tell. He's not going to go for the draw. He is just going to go for the damage. I did it against Revan. Can Mashe do it here against Niclas? He needs the 70. 70 will do it. It's only a 30. It came down to a shrapnel, and that is so unfortunate for Mascettino.
There's only one way to finish it. With a punch.
I thought he was going to do some teabag in there, but he finishes it with a punch. And it is the German, everybody's favourite, Niclas, who goes through to the final tomorrow. Unbelievable plays. Just so intense to the end there. GG to both, yeah. So well played. Came down to the last. The final pig, the final shot, the final shrapnel. But we now go to the next semi-final. It will be Caster. Oh, Caster versus Iron Fox. Stay tuned.